So I hope you you like my little montage thing I did there. As you guys can tell, I'm gonna be reading Just Friends by pham. I am so excited to read this because I have been following her and watching her videos for years, and I've known she always wanted to write a book, you know, and she took us along the journey of her writing her book, and that is so awesome of her, and I'm just so proud of her that she was able to like publish a book. Like, that's amazing. Get like one of her favorite authors to leave a quote on it. That is so cool. So it is nice outside. It's officially spring break, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and read this book today. Sorry about the noise, it's trafficy out, but yeah, we're going ahead and get right into this book. Stop. Why is the book immediately so sad? I love that sentence. The conversation between tense manager and sunny teenager ends. Stop. The nickname Blink, her best friend Rashi has for her. That is just so cute. I just smiled when I read that, when it says, "Hey Blink, how's your work life treating you?" That is so cute. Conflict to me might as well be synonymous with death. I feel that too, girly pop. I feel that too. And we just got introduced to, what's his name? Declan? Yeah. So, it's exciting. Apparently something big happened when they broke up and stuff. There's been a little like foreshadowings of it, but I obviously haven't figured it out yet because we're only on page 19. But yeah, it's really exciting. It's moving along, very sad, but also exciting. Hello, sorry about the noise in the background. The laundry is going. I was just coming in to do a little check-in about the book. So I didn't really talk much or film much out there. But later, like, it got into the day, the more people went out there, so I didn't really want to film myself talking to my phone because I felt a bit awkward. So I'm actually really loving it. I just got over 100 pages into the book. It took me a bit to get into it, to get used to like the flow of the writing, get into it. And it usually takes me a bit to get into books, especially for me personally. It takes me usually probably around 100 pages to get into romance books. So it's right on par with usually other romance books I have been reading. The cat is starting to play with the camera, so I apologize if you guys fall over or anything, but he's really cute, so that's okay. He can do that. Yeah, so it's just so surreal, like reading it, you know, from going through everything, the whole process with her, how she filmed everything. So it's like it's really neat. How she writes like grief and someone dying is really well too. I really appreciate that. It was sad. She made me cry. I think it was page 72 or 74. I tried to remember for you guys, but I literally cried in under 100 pages into a book. So if that tells you anything, also like reminded me a lot of my grandfather that we recently lost. So that like I was like upset with, not like upset at her, or I was just like sad over, you know, what was happening in the book. So that's just crazy. And I think that the lovish story romance part is going to start picking up more because she's now working at the cafe that Declan works at, and we're getting more of their backstory. They just started dating and like the flashback portions. So that's what we're out there. I'm sorry if that noise is annoying in the background. I might move to my room to chat with you guys, but you could probably still hear it. I don't know. Okay, we're in my room and now the lighting isn't that great, but that's okay. I'm on page 102. Yeah, so just over 100 pages. I've started to get like fully immersed into it. I'm loving like the bird stuff because they have Declan called Blair a booby, and there's boobies in the back of the book, so that's cute. I really like the picture she has on top of the chapter starters that helps you show like what tense you're in the book, like if you're in present tense or if you're before she left for college. And Blair's working some overtime to get more money, and she learned that overtime is just working on the coffee shop with Declan. Oh my gosh, oh wait, and it's so cute, this is a bit of a spoiler, that Declan remembered Blair's favorite drink, and she made it just so that she made it like in high school, and like while he was training her, made it for her, and she didn't even realize until the end that is what she was doing. That is really cute. And like remembering all that, like it was like marshmallow cloud coffee, and she was like saying how no coffee shops ever had it, so she had to buy her own syrups and stuff to make it herself, and he made sure that his coffee shop had it, even though like they aren't dating currently. And how, again, how none of her friends were able to make it to the funeral because it was such a short notice. But Declan, how they haven't spoken in years and ended poorly, their things between them ended poorly, how he still showed up for her and was there for her when she needed someone. I also really like these little page breaks she does with like a little love letter, and how it's on the spine, and then how it's on this when they're like at the beach or whatever. So I wonder if like love letters or something come into place at some point in the book, because it's kind of like, you know, throughout the book, inside the book and on the covers and stuff. So if I wonder if that ever becomes like a big thing in the story. Slowly falling down. Okay, so this says, we gravitate to the center of the sand and choose a spot with a view of the ocean, moss-covered rocks towering behind us. It feels like we've been dropped into the soft cradle of the earth's hands, a secret place just for us. That is such a cute line. Hello, I'm back with another good line that I like. He used to carry a leather pocket journal that would fit in the back of his jeans, so at odds with the football equipment spilling out of his bag. I'd always assumed that he was planning certain routes or plays, but I'd poke at him, joking that he looked like a tortured poet from decades past, always ready for inspiration to strike. I really like that sentence. I have another banger of a line for you guys. No one told me grief would be so physical. It was the heaviness that sat at the top of my thighs, a bone-deep fatigue settling into my extremities, like wet cement being poured down by my limbs. Okay, Haley, get it? With these one-liners, these are so good. Things are moving along more. It's going well. She was just doing her overtime shift at the coffee shop with Declan, and now she's out at the beach because she is upsetty spaghetti. So that's what's happening, that's what's going on, and I am enveloped in the story and must keep reading. Fluffy lavender heads float wistfully in the wind, huddled together like they'd die if they were pulled apart. If you know, you know. Girl, Haley, not her having him living in the cottage, she just figured out her aunt left her. That, I did not see that coming. Usually I can see some things like this happening, or like coming in like romance books, but I did not see this coming. So also, sorry for my hair, it's a bit crazy, but it's besides the point. Girl, I did not see that coming, but I love that so much, and I'm eating it up. We're on page 159, so we're gonna keep on reading. I can't believe this is her like first book. Like the way she explains things and shows them to us is phenomenal. Like that section that I just showed you guys, that whole over half of the page is amazing. And at the bottom, there's even more amazing stuff. Like, that's like amazing. I don't know, just like the words together and how they flow. And just that whole like 2-3 paragraphs. I love them. Mistake. I think he lives in the cottage across from her cottage. So they'll be neighbors now, I think. I don't know why. When I first read it, I thought that meant like he actually lives in the house that her aunt gave her, because her aunt has been renting it out to people. So I thought he had been renting it out from like the aunt or something. But I read that wrong. So I think that they are like across from each other, like neighbors now. Calvin just tried to get Blair's number at the coffee shop. And let me tell you, Declan got jealous. Ooh. It's so funny. I love it. I'm eating it up. I stop. I think I might cry again on page 200. Declan's just explaining the accident he got into and why he can't do his like dream anymore. And it's like crazy to think that it's one thing he's been working his whole entire life up to. He's been training for this. It's just what he's been working towards his entire life, and like he like put everything into it. This is what he wants to do. His dad wants him to do it. He wants to do it for himself, for his dad, and for Blair. You know, just his entire life, that's what he's working towards. And then all at once, just gone, like all of it. And so of course he has to do like a 180 and be like, well, what am I going to do now? It's crazy how it just all got taken away from him so quickly. And I don't know, this writing is like really good, and I'm getting again like fully immersed in the book. I have a little over 100 pages left, and I'm going to finish it. And I'm going to keep going and keep reading it. I am really enjoying this book, if you could not tell. Yeah, it's heavy stuff again right now, so, but yeah, it's just so sad, and it makes me really feel for him. He trained so many hours, put so much effort into it, and I bet he probably sacrificed a bunch of other things to do this one dream, this one goal of his, and now he can't even do that. So it's just crazy. But yeah, we're gonna keep on reading. Yeah, like this how it says. I was going down the path to play professionally and have multi-million-dollar contracts thrown at me, and then the next moment everything went black, and I woke up with none of that. The thing I built my entire identity on was just gone in an instant, and yet I was still here, still had to go on without the thing that made me who I was. It's so sad and like so crazy to think of. Oh, wow. My camera's falling, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's just crazy. Do I have another great one-liner for you guys? She was the only other person who'd felt the cataclysmic shift of life before and after Lottie. That's so cute. Also, if you hear tweeting in the background now, I have a video on for my cat. It's really funny because I put on cat videos for him on my iPad. Just like videos on YouTube of like birds in yards and stuff. And now he knows that the iPad has those videos on it. He's like so smart. So I put okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. So anyways, I keep my iPad underneath a shelf thing for my computer. And like I tuck it under there so he can't really see it. But he knows it's there. And he drug it out from under there. And he pushed it onto the floor to try and like open it and get the video on. At first, I thought he was just knocking things over. I was like, yo, what are you doing, bro? No, but he found the iPad, drug it out from underneath the stand, and pushed it onto the floor, because that's where I put it when he watches the videos. So he is so smart. He knows what that is, and he knows that that's what goes on it. So I'll show you guys him real quick, watching a little video. Ooh, page 215. They say the title of the book. We're just friends. I have another great line for y'all. I'm liking this one. I myself love a good alliteration moment. This one also kind of gives Twilight. So here it is. Let me find it again. Here it is. Right. And by not in love, you mean your souls are intrinsically, infinitely, irreparably intertwined. Okay, Edward and Bella, I see you. Okay, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna be done for the day. I started cleaning up and stuff, and I was like, I don't think I am, because I want to know what happens, and I want to finish this book. I have just about 100 pages left, so I might just sit myself down, well, start a little laundry, sit myself down, and finish it. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with me. I literally just cried again. It's on page like 260. Sorry, my hair is so messy. I think it's because this book is just full of just like big life events and stuff. It'd be scary because like you don't know like if it's the right choice, like you made the right choice, like you don't know. This book is bringing up just like a lot of like that stuff for me, again with my grandfather, and then with like big moves and life changes. And this book really shows how it goes through like grief and love and perseverance, and just not me just quoting Marvel. Anyways, yeah, it just goes through all these like heavy things, and then it's like, romance book. No, I literally cried like 3 times from this book. It's crazy. But no, this book is like deep and heavy and has a lot to it. It's not just, oh, here's a romance. It is like so much more than that. It's so much deeper than that, and it's just really good, and I am loving it, and I am sat, and I am going to finish it. I am sat. I have finished the book. I apologize for the poor lighting. I don't really know. Is that better? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. The light's just going to be wonky here. But I have finished the book. It was really good. It's so cute getting to know like with the booby with his pebble up there. And you know, just everything in like a little letter. Like I know what all these things on the covers mean now, and like I know where they are in this cover now and everything. When she releases another book, I will definitely be reading that too, and I'm glad to see how her writing evolves over time, and I'm excited to see what that is like. I had a good time. As you guys know, I've cried multiple times during it. Crazy. I don't know if it's because midterms just ended, so I'm still like getting off of that, like being totally stressed out the whole week, if like that's why, or I don't know. It's just, it had a lot of big life things in the book, and it just like touched me. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm so happy about this book. The cover again is just really pretty. I'm loving the cover, it was really good. I would recommend it. I am kind of talking in circles because I don't know what all I want to say. There was a lot of really good lines in it. I tried to record the ones that really stuck out and say out loud some of the ones that really stuck out for you guys. It was just really good. I read it today. That's what I did. I, read it in like one sitting, so that's always a good sign with a book. It took me a bit, as I said, to get into it, but past like the 100-page-ish mark, it was like easy to read and I was like more flowing through it. It was a nice like happy book, also like really sad. Oh yeah, I guess it'd be good to note too that I like actually like laughed out loud and like smiled and stuff like that. I don't do that with every book I read, so that's a good note too if you guys wanted to know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can have some more coming out for you guys soon. And if you stayed this far, comment a sea wave emoji and a bird emoji. Yeah, if you like this video, please like it. And if you want to subscribe, please subscribe. I don't know, I can't tell you what to do. I am not your mother. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.